Okay, so now we are at this stage where the code is getting quite big, and as you can see in the source folder, we have two projects. We have tutorial 1, which is all the Kafka Java basics, and then tutorial 2, which is for Twitter. I actually like to keep projects separate, especially when you do big projects and having dependencies in several different POM XML file. So what I'm going to do is create a new module, and this one I'm going to click next, and I will call this one Kafka Basics. And this is where we're going to place all the Kafka Basics code. Now I click on next. I'll say the module name is Kafka Basics. Click on finish. And then I'll say yes. Okay, so we have our Kafka Basics folder right here. And so all the tutorial from here, I'm going to copy it and paste it there. Okay, and then in there, I will say tutorial 2, go away. So here we just have the tutorial 1, which is all the consumer demos, okay? Now I'm going to go ahead and create a new module as well, and this one is going to be a Maven, and I will call this one Kafka Producer Twitter. And click on next, and again I will rename it Kafka Producer Twitter. Click on finish, and so we have a second module right here. Now in there, I'm just going to copy this whole thing again, but this time I will remove all the tutorial 1 folders. So I'll remove all the Kafka tutorial 1s and click on delete. So this basically helps me to have my code separated. And so now if we look at this source main Java, I can delete it entirely. So I'll delete all the code in there. This way it's much clearer in my opinion. And now we just have to do a couple edits to the pom.xml file. For the top level pom.xml file, we can see that there's a new line packaging pom. There's 2 modules that have been added. And so what I want to do is copy this entire dependencies block and remove it. And so I cut it, sorry. And in Kafka Basics, I'm going to copy it right here and remove the Twitter dependency, which we don't need. And the pom.xml of producer Twitter, I'm also going to copy everything, paste everything. But here I'm going to keep the Twitter dependencies. So the reason I did all this refactoring is to basically isolate the dependencies of Kafka Basics and Kafka Producer Twitter in 2 separate files that can be independently taken. And so the idea is that when we go into the next section and create our Elasticsearch project, we'll have something really nice to work with and won't run into dependency problems. So apart from that, everything works just the same. If you were to run, I don't know, if you were to run a producer demo right here, right click and click on run, everything should work the exact same way. So as you can see, yes, the code exits correctly and everything works. So that's it for this quick refactoring. And I hope this helps you, and I will see you in the next lecture.